I wanted to take a minute today to talk to you about a really super quick meat substitute using jackfruit and just a can of beans. Now, you're going to take your jackfruit and drain it, and you want to make sure that you have young jackfruit that is green in brine. You can find this at an international market or online. I think even Walmart has it in some locations, but you want to make sure that you're not getting the stuff that is in syrup. So you drain your jackfruit and you'll be left with these little chunks like this. And then you can just take a can of beans. We're making this meat-like filling in loving memory of chicken, so I'm using white beans. Great Northern white beans. I like them a lot for this. I'm also going to drain them, but I'm going to save my liquid. They call this aquafaba, and you can use it for all sorts of things, but you can also, if you end up seasoning this and heating it and you need a little bit more liquid, you can just add some of this back in. So we're going to use a food processor for this, and first we're going to just plop our beans in. And I'm doing this first because I want the beans to be super mushy and just essentially obliterated. But when I put my jackfruit in, I want to make sure that I'm just pulsing it a few times to kind of shred it. You're looking for a pulled pork or pulled chicken kind of texture to it. You could smash it between your fingers or smash it with a fork. But that takes forever, and we're looking at this specifically because it's a nice, easy thing. So I like mine a little bit more sort of ripped up than this. I'll just put it on for a couple more seconds. And that's a pretty good texture. It's better to take it slow until you get what you like. So we're going to go ahead and season this to use for tacos and heat it up. But basically what you saw there is all you need to do. This will keep in the fridge. You could use it as a cold filling for something. That exact filling with some seasonings is what I like to use in my chicken tamales. So you can see in about 5 minutes, we've created this filling. Pretty easy. So I'm doing this for a Taco Tuesday night. So I'm just scraping it out into a pan. You can microwave it, you can heat it on the stove, you can put it in the oven. You can even, if you've got a little pan for the grill, you can put it out there and get a smoky flavor to it. And season it how you like it. I'm going to be using taco seasoning, basic kind of Mexican sort of situation for tacos. Another great use of this is to put with a little bit of a barbecue sauce or kind of a spicy sauce, and you can use it for barbecue sandwiches, like a pulled pork. And essentially, just like you would meat at this point, go ahead, add your seasoning, turn up the heat, add a little more water if you need to. That's it. It's pretty easy. And it's pretty nutritious too. This makes enough filling for 4 of us for tacos, and we do end up having side dishes of beans, so we're getting a little bit more protein than just what you're seeing here. But yeah, it's pretty good and easy. I'm intentionally not speeding up this video because I want you to see just in real time how fast it is to make this. The type of beans that you use, to me, ends up kind of sending a signal of what sort of meat filling you're emulating. So I like these Great Northern white beans for a chicken type dish, but if you use a red bean, that tends to mimic more of a pork bean or a pinto. You can kind of mix and match. And one of the great things about using this is you can taste for your seasoning to see if you like it. And since it's all cooked and safe, you're totally fine. I like a little bit more seasoning than I think I initially added. It's hard when you're not using a packet sometimes to know exactly what you want in it. So mix it in. If you are using a pre-made packet, the 1 can of jackfruit and 1 can of beans ends up typically being the same amount of food as you would get from 1 pound of ground beef or ground turkey, lean. So that's basically it. In under 10 minutes, you've got hot, seasoned taco filling or sandwich filling. No Frankenstein ingredients, just regular food, and you see that texture, it looks pretty good.